Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage where you can find out more about me. You can see our products. You could place an order there. You could sign up to be part of my team. You could sign up to have a workshop and earn some items free for yourself. Any questions, anything I can help you with, you can leave a comment, or you can go to my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and you could also private message me there. Okay, so this week I'm off just a little bit because my daughter graduated from medical school on Sunday, and we came home Monday, and yesterday, Tuesday, is when I usually do my regular Facebook Live. I did not do that yesterday. I did it earlier today. But just saying that, I will at some point share that here on YouTube. But in the meantime, you could go back to my Facebook page and see it, or you can wait till it comes on YouTube, because in that I introduced the suite that I'm going to be using today, which is in our new annual catalog. Which, I mean, we've had it now for a month, but it's called He's the Man, okay? And it's on pages 78 and 79 in our catalog. So if you have a copy of the catalog, you can look there. You can look online for that. When you get into the website, there's a place where, like a search bar, and you could just put in He's the Man, and it'll take you to there. All right, so there's a bundle that includes stamps and dies. Okay, so here's this. There you see the stamps. There you see the dies. Here I did do a storyboard. So you see, happy birthday to a classic, together for the long haul, to the man who does everything. Hello, handsome. This little line there's extra, so that won't be there if you're careful. Okay, every day with you is another adventure. Holy smokes, you're amazing. Wishing you a happy Father's Day. Love the sky. And over here this says number 1. Didn't stamp that well. I didn't have it inked up as well as I should have. So anyway, and this is like a little button. This would be like the corner, like the old-fashioned corners for pictures. Okay, and then here are the die. I cut just so you can see the shapes. There's a couple of banners that are curved. There's a couple of straight banners. There's this little one that does that. It will cut that out. Okay, and then these are that you can either cut like these out. These fit around those. So and these little fancy little decorative doodads. Okay, so the colors that are included in that Stampin' Up! Identified anyway as being part of this set, and I'll show you the papers in a moment, is Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Sahara Sand, and Soft Succulent. Also, you can see there is Basic White in it as well. Okay, so we do have, there's 5 sheets that are double-sided, that designer series paper, and then I'll show you, there's one special sheet in here that you get 2 of. All right, so you see, like, this is like a little campsite, like at a campground. This is all stuff related to grilling. This is some classic cars. This is some ties and shoes, glasses, you know, that kind of thing. This is it. And then this one is like an overall pattern. So that side is like that. Here's the other side with an overall pattern. And then all of these have that. This one's a darker pattern. Just I don't know how well it shows up. There's some little grid marks that are like Cajun Craze on that. And there's that one. Whoops. If I can get a hold of it. There's this one. And then there's the back of this one. Okay, so you do get 2 each of each of those double-sided sheets. Then you get 2 of these, and this is his little die cuts in it, and they don't, because they were die cut, they don't want to really stay in that well, but I'm trying to keep it here just so you can kind of see them. Let me see if I can get the rest of these together here. Ah, what's going on? Okay, so that you can take a look at these. Okay, this one goes here. This goes here. This one's here. This one's here. And then there's one, if I can get a hold of it here. Where is it? Oh, I'll find it here before. Oh, here it is. It's way down here. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so you've got like this little van. Okay. Hope your day is a grand adventure. You make me happy. You can see some stars there, here, here, here. Then there's this also circle with a star in it. This little banner has a star at the top. Some antlers, a hand pointing. Best Dad Award. Holy smokes, you're the best. Hooray. You did it. Cheers to all your years. Nice work. I'm with you. I'm never lost. Okay, and then we got some arrows. We've got some tools. There's a wrench and there's a hammer. We have a couple of little corners, like for picture corners. Okay, then we have this little this one bow tie, and then this deer moose, and I think it's a deer. And it says, "You're a champ, my man. You're a classic. You're stronger than you know. You're flippin' awesome, strong and courageous." Then these crossed axes. This this grill, which it's kind of interesting to me that it looks like the fire's either on the other side of it, or maybe it's coming out the back of like where the grill meets there. But anyway, and this is like a little, oh, here, you're looking sharp. I don't know that I pointed it out. This one's almost, it could be like a little journaling spot. You could use that to put a message in your card. You could do it on a scrapbook page. This one looks like torn out of a little notebook, and the edge torn. Here's some torn also, which would be paper, torn paper, or you could maybe even use it almost in the background as almost like, you know, that like not necessarily the edge of a mountain, but like a little bit of a horizon. This little tab here, some arrows. I don't really point those out. So anyway, more stars in a strip here. All right, so I'm going to put this over here, and then I'm going to show you. These are the cards I made for my Facebook Live. These I made before I went live. So there's that little van, and I stamped this compass on white, and then both of those I put a little bit of brown behind and then popped them up. This guy, I didn't want him to look like he's just kind of floating in the air, so I put a piece of the early espresso underneath him to be almost like he's driving on the road. Okay, and so there's that one. This one, this is the front and back. Let me just see if I can grab it here. See, this is that side, this is that side. So I just took a piece that was 4 by 5 1/4, and I cut it approximately about in half. Half of 5 1/4 is, 5 1/4 is 2 3/4. Okay, and then I just like flip the one, and then this is our soft suede. It's not really, it's faux suede, but okay, and it's early espresso. Then on here I stamped the saying happy birthday to a classic, and I cut it out using this die, and then I did put some of the brown around the edges, some of the early espresso. Okay. Whoops, I didn't really do much inside on those, but that's okay. Then this one, I wanted to, you're a classic, and I wanted to really showcase these two. So I didn't want them like to look like they were kind of falling into that paper. So this one I cut out using this die. This I just trimmed it using my my trimmer, and then I rounded the corners. If you have a corner rounder, you can do that, or you could just trim it with your scissors. Okay. All right. Those are the ones I made earlier. Now the ones for tonight, I made 2 before I came on. Here's one, and I used this paper, the paper that had all the ties and stuff. Now, currently we do not have any stamp sets that have ties or glasses or anything. We had some of those in the past. Oh, there was one other one that I didn't think. I just realized. I don't know if I can find it, but anyway, that I kind of forgot about that. But anyway, so there's one other one that we had, but this was one from a couple years ago, and this was one from also from a couple years ago. This was a celebration, and I just had them around, so I ended up, I used this stamp to do this, and then I used my I used the Stampin' Right marker. The Stampin' Blend wasn't quite the right color, so just very carefully with the brush end, I filled in every other one with that. Okay, and so if you're looking for this stamp, this right here, or either of these, you're not going to find them right now. Those have been retired. But one of the things to just point out is, if you have things that, even though they've retired, you have them in your stash, use them. Okay, don't feel like you can't. Okay, so then this one, I did that stamp that Love the Sky, and I also cut that out. I popped that up looking sharp. I used one of our circle dies. What are they called? Oh, like the layering circles, that's what they're called. Dies that I just made sure it was the size I needed. That was just a little bit bigger than the Lookin' Sharp die cut from that paper. Then I just Hello Handsome, and down here I just used some of the item here, right here, the Rustic metallic dots. I used one big one in the center and a littler one on each side. These are part of the suite. Okay. Oh, and then on the inside, I decided to, this one I did do the inside to make it a Father's Day, and I also used these. These were these little things here. Whoop, come on. These, cut out those, and I wanted you to be able to see how they might look. Now, obviously, you could turn it so that they were more like, they don't have to be on the, like, diamonds like I did, okay? You can do it like they're a little bit more like squares. They wouldn't be exactly, but, so here's another one. See, if you did it that way, it'd be more like, a little more like that. But anyway, I thought those are kind of neat. So I did that one. Then, the other one I did getting ready was, I did this one. And you can see I got a few different layers here. And what I decided was, let me just show you, because, bring this up here. Kind of forgot, I should have kept this right up here. Okay. This, remember I said that it kind of, to me, it looked like, where are those flames? They aren't coming up through the grill. But then we also had this one, You're Flippin' Awesome, and they had, you know, which actually wouldn't really have those in the fire like that, but hey. So what I did was I trimmed, I just kind of followed the curve here, trimmed around there with my scissors, and then I cut just around this here, like these, see, just like that. And I just did straight across the top because they're so thin, I don't want to have to worry about it. And then for the grill, where did I put the grill? I just cut the flames from the grill off. Again, just kind of following the edge of the grill. Well, it was here, but anyway, so you can see I cut that off. Because so this was like, this wouldn't have been there. This was like this. I trimmed that off. Then I trimmed this up, and I stuck it to the edge here. And then I just popped these up. Okay, I put the number 1 there. I popped this up to You're Flippin' Awesome, and I added some of the, let me make sure I'm telling you the right name. The Rustic metallic Adhesive-Backed. No, that's what these are. They're called Elegant Faceted Gems. Okay, these were carried over from last year. I really like those a lot. Okay, now, did I do anything on the, no, I didn't do anything on the inside of this one. Okay, so there was something I thought I was thinking I was going to tell you, but now I can't think what it was. Oh, I know. And then actually I wanted to do just a little bit more. I just did a little bit of like this, just kind of with the, oh, except I did the other end. Just to kind of show like a little bit of a shadow, okay? And just kind of like this. And I realized I didn't do any under that one leg, so I'm just adding a little more here. But anyway, everybody can do the shadow the way that they think. It's just a little bit of scribbling underneath. Okay? So those are the two I made getting ready for this today. I did want to just show one other set that this was from our celebration earlier this year, and so that's also retired. But look at this. Look at this guy. Where's my... It's not exactly the same. What did I just do with the card that I had? I must have set them over here. I'm so silly. Oh my goodness gracious. Here, I'll just show you the... See, it's not exactly the same because this has like the surfboard on top and this doesn't. But look, they're very, very similar. So if you happen to have gotten this when we had our celebration earlier this year, you could use it to mix and match with this set, okay? And even this is kind of a cute little thing together for the long haul. Okay, so I'm going to move those to the side because I have everything already on my on blocks. So what I thought this time, I wanted to use like the backs of some of the papers here. So I want to use the backs of these, just something a little different than I'd done before. So I ended up, now this is Cajun Craze, okay? It's 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 by 5.5 this way. All right, so we're going to close it up like that. I'm going to turn it this way so that the 5.5 is horizontal, okay, and the 4 1/4 is the vertical side. So when this is closed, this is 5.5 this way and 4 1/4 this way. So this layer is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so, and you can use whatever you want as your adhesive. If you want to use a tape runner, and we do have tape runners called, which I still haven't gotten any refills for mine, but Stampin Seal. Or you could use glue, all-purpose glue, like we do have the multi-purpose glue. All right, so there's that. Then I wanted this here, and now these were just a 1/4 inch difference. This is more like 1/2 inch difference. So this was 5 1/4. Make sure I'm telling you right. And this is 4.5. So it's 3/4 of an inch less. Okay, so this one's going to be 4.5 by 3 1/4. Right, so I'm just gonna put that there. Then I want to stamp on this piece. I'm going to use, wait, no, I'm not going to use that color, because I'm going to use the early Espresso. And I'm going to do this one to the man who does everything. Now, just so you know, this is 3.5 that way, 2 1/4 that way, and I believe this basically fits. It's a tight fit, but it will fit. Okay, just want to make sure I've got this. Okay. And in this case, I think I'm going to turn it this way so that I can kind of see a little better, and see there's just a very smidge of, see it's very, very close there, okay? So, and then I'm putting it on, I'm backing it on this because obviously you could do that, but I just felt that having this behind it would help it to stand out just a little more, okay? And, okay. All right, so this is gonna, whoop, how do I want this? Like this. Got a little bit of glue right there. Oh, look at, I had some on my thumb and I didn't even realize it. All right, I will, darn it. I'm always getting my thumb in the ink when I shouldn't. My thumb or my finger, I don't know why. Just happens. And then I think I'm going to pop this up. But let me just see here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think I'll pop that up. And my plan had been, I was actually thinking about putting this down. But I think I'm going to put this here and this there. And that'll help cover some of that up. So that'll help with that. So let me just get some. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do each corner with my dimensionals, and I'm going to put one in the center so that hopefully when it goes through the mail it doesn't, cave in. Sometimes I put a little more on than this, but I'm going to just do the 5. There's that. And then, let me see, I think I'm going to actually just put, let me just see how this wants. I think just a little bit right here. Because it just kind of is going to hang over here. So, whoop, I got a little more than I needed. A little bit here also. Oop, wants to move around. There. Sometimes that's helpful if you don't get, like when you're doing this and you don't get it exactly where you want it. You can move it a little, but you don't want those moving around. Then I had this thought. Let me just see how this might look. To put this right there, almost like he was hammering that. I don't know if I can get this right here, like it's tightening that. And usually let me see here. Usually I do 3. I guess I could, do another one down, maybe over here. There, maybe just like that. That looks like that's hammering. It already hammered this one there, and this one's tightening that up. Anyway, so there's that. And one of the things, when this dry, it's not dry yet really, but when this dries, if this, let me see, did I have one on? I was thinking one of these had a little bit on it. I don't know where the other ones. Anyway, to just kind of show you. But I guess I'm not going to. But anyway, if you carefully, when it's dry, oh, here's a little bit there, it's dry. That will take it right up. And I don't know how well it shows on the camera. But it just, these, now unfortunately Stampin' Up! Does not carry these anymore. Years ago they did. I found mine actually in the dollar store. So, I think sometimes places like Walmart or Target may also have some. And sometimes they have a dollar place, a place that everything's $1 also. So, anyway, they're not very expensive, and they come in very handy. So, all right. So today's kind of a short and sweet one, which some of you may be happy to say she's not going on and on today. Okay, so I didn't do the insides of these yet. I will. This one I did, but I will figure that out later. Okay, so here's the 3 I did for this 2 before I came on and 1 with you watching. Okay, so I will at some point when I don't know if the directions will be listed below when it goes live, because I have to get it on here. It'll go live in less than 2 hours now, but I will be putting that in, and then so that you can see, if you really want to, the dimensions. Overall, they just are, I just what looked good to me. Okay, and that's what I would say to people. What do you like? Do you want a bigger mat like this? Do you want to, so it's got a little less showing, and this has a little more. The difference between, like, the littler mats is a 1/4 inch, the bigger one is a 1/2 inch. So, for example, I'll just go through it one more time. The card front is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This one is 4 by 5 1/4. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. On this one, it's turned the other way, so it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. So this darker piece and the Cajun Craze here are the same size. All right, and then let me just make sure I'm telling you correctly. So then that was just a 1/4 inch. This is this is a 1/2 inch. Okay, so this one is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, and then just part of it is how big do you need it. Like, I wanted it like this, so I had to make it. This is 2 1/4 because this was just about 2 inches from just like there to there. It was just about 2 inches, so I did 2 1/4 to give me just a little bit on either end. Okay, so based on that, that's how I got the rest of my measurements. I just made it the same amount in from each side. Okay, so this is the same amount in that this is. Okay, so that's how I do it, but you don't necessarily always have to do it like that. Okay, you don't always have to put it in the middle. This is in the middle, that's pretty much in the middle. This one, no, I pulled it down. So it's always what you want. Most people will do either 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch increments. Sometimes people will do like 1/8 of an inch in between. And just remember, whatever you do, like, that means on both sides, it'll be half, whatever you go in. So if you go 1/4 inch, then each side's going to have 1/8 of an inch because you're cutting it in half so that you have that border. Okay, so this was a 1/2 inch between here and here, so a 1/4 inch there and a 1/4 inch there, and the same here. All right, so I hope that helps. I don't want to make it too confusing, but I hope that's helpful to you. Okay, so if you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, you can leave those. Please, we just ask that people be kind. I try to be kind to others, and hopefully, we all can be kind to each other. All right, so if you have not subscribed, I would really like it if you would click on the subscribe button. And if you click on the bell that's there, you will be notified when I do go live, when one of my new videos does come on. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. I will be back on Friday on my Facebook page with a fun fold using these, using this suite. Okay, so until we meet again, everyone, happy crafting. Bye-bye.